Are there any legal challenges or on the horizon or actually happening in Britain in relation to schools, or do you think there might be a chance for that to uh, support girls' rights?
Oh yes, there's lots of legal challenges going on at the moment. I mean, Safe Schools Alliance have supported, are at the moment supporting two different claimants. We've had a teenage girl claimant challenge the trans inclusion toolkit in Oxfordshire. We were granted a judicial review of that, and we were hopeful that that was going to go to court to establish once and for all what the law is and get some case law, make it clear that safeguarding really does trump all. But Oxfordshire County Council, after the judicial review was granted, chose to withdraw their toolkit and not participate in that judicial review, and many other counties have followed suit. Others are still holding out, particularly Brighton, so there is the possibility of other legal action. We also supported a separate teenage girl claimant against the CPS had done a schools pack. The CPS are a Stonewall champion, and the values you need to be promoting to be a Stonewall champion are actually at odds with the existing law in this country, and the Stonewall champion values do appear to undermine the rights of women and girls. So we challenged the CPS on their schools pack, and they have withdrawn that for review. Unfortunately, they are still coupled with Stonewall, and they are still a Stonewall champion. So we question whether they're able to carry out that review. What's the word I'm looking for? Whether they're able to carry out that review impartially. So there's the possibility of further legal action there as well. There's many other groups who we're not connected to taking legal action on the grounds of religious freedom as well. And there's lots of legal cases going on at the moment that, whilst not schools connected, they will have impact. Like there's Alison Bailey taking action against Stonewall. I believe there's action against the Ministry of Justice from women who've been incarcerated with trans identifying males. There's Fair Cop is taking on the police. There's what's the other one that's going on at the moment? Maya Forstater and her employment tribunal. We're expecting to hear about that. So there's loads of legal cases going on at the moment, and this is what we're going to have to do, challenge everything. There's just come up in the comments, obviously there's Kira Bell against the Tavistock and also against NHS England. She's involved in two separate cases, and they're going to be held in October, so they should be really interesting, looking at did they fully explain to her about transitioning? Are children who aren't GILIC competent being transitioned? There's a lot of issues here. So yeah, that would be interesting to see. That there's the claim against the Tavistock from Kira Bell, and there's also a second case looking at the Memorandum of Understanding, which is where gender identity has got rolled up with the laudable aim of, obviously we don't want lesbian and gay conversion therapy, but then they've also outlawed gender identity conversion therapy, whereas really the way we're looking at it is transition could be seen to be a form of lesbian and gay conversion therapy. There seems to be practically no support for young lesbians these days, which is leading to the phenomenal increase in girls identifying as boys as schools, and that needs to be looked at. And the government under Penny Mordaunt, she promised a review into the sort of, believe it's a 4,000% increase in girls transitioning. The review was promised 2 years ago into that, and we haven't seen that yet. So yes, we're very interested in the outcome of the Kira Bell case.